I'm Tasha with Pathways to Peace Counseling. I would like to introduce Nightmare Ninja. This is a game designed to help kids who are struggling with nightmares. Now, the idea behind this game is that it's our thoughts that are driving the nightmares. I went to this really cool CEU class several years ago, and it was by a lady from Tulsa University, and they had been doing the sleep study there on how to use cognitive behavioral counseling to help people with nightmares. And so they were using re-scripting nightmares, using cognitive behavioral concepts as well as narrative therapy to help kids overcome these nightmares. And at the time, I was working with this family that had recently come out of a domestic violence situation, and there was this 3-year-old little boy that was having these horrible nightmares whenever he was at daycare during nap time. And the daycare lady was like, "Tasha, you gotta help. I mean, this kid is just screaming during nap time." So I sat down with him and I was like, well, let's try this thing out and see whether or not it works. And so I had him draw a picture of his nightmare, and he drew pictures of the monster, and it was the overall same theme of domestic violence that was coming out through his nightmares. And so we talked about what kind of superhero could come in and rescue you from this monster. And so he created his own superhero that was going to swoop in and rescue him whenever he was having a nightmare. And the nightmares went away. It was the coolest thing, and it made a believer out of me. And since then, I have worked with a lot of kids who have had nightmares, and we have had huge success in helping get rid of nightmares using these cognitive behavioral concepts. So we have our ninja, and the kids make up their own superhero. It doesn't have to be a ninja. This is the game board, and so each time you roll the die, and then you move however many spaces, and so if you land on purple, you'll get a purple card. And so each card has a different concept that it's dealing with. So the purple cards are the protagonist, the good guy. So this is, who, it's usually the kid in the dream. What are they doing? What is their role in the nightmare? And then we have the blue cards are the antagonist. So this is the bad guy. This is the monster. This is the scary guy. I mean, it could be anything. But these cards are all there to help the child define who the bad guy is in their dream. The red cards are defeating the monster. So this is the re-scripting cards. This is helping kids figure out what needs to happen for the bad guy in their dream to be defeated. And finally, the gray cards are just coping skills. How do I calm down? How can I use visualization to get back to sleep? And my secret that I always tell kids is whenever they're trying to go to sleep after a nightmare is to just close their eyes and think of a funny cartoon that they love, one that they've seen over and over, and to try to watch this cartoon in their mind as they fall asleep. But there's other techniques and stuff to, slow deep breathing to calm themselves down, those kind of things, so that after they have a nightmare, they can get a grip, turn off that fight or flight response, and then they're able to go to sleep and get a good night's rest. So, with some of the kids, they come in, and if they sit down and they talk about a nightmare, it just all falls out. They're able to tell every detail. They're able to tell exactly what happened. And then there's kids that are just like, nope, I don't want to talk about it. And the good thing about this game, and what has really helped me work with kids with this game, is it's bite-sized chunks. They don't have to tell the whole thing. They just have to tell a little bit at a time. Like this one says, draw a picture of the superhero who could beat the bad guy. And let's see, this one says, did the bad guy touch you in a nightmare? It's a simple yes or no answer. They're not going to have to go in detail about their dream. But by the time you get to the end of the game, you're able to piece together a good chunk of what's going on. And then you fill in the pieces. If it's too much for one session, you can always pick up and work on it at a different time. But the cool thing is that they're learning the concepts, and they're understanding what they can do to be proactive so that they can take control and feel like they're not powerless anymore. I think it's that powerlessness that really causes a lot of problems with nightmares. And this game has helped a lot of kids already overcome their nightmares, and I hope it helps you guys too. Thank you.